Hello everyone, let's talk about the innocent kiss. But this one is not for those who have short attention span. So if you are ready, then I'm ready. So that will me. You ever look back at a moment in your life and you ask yourself, how did I get here? It didn't feel wrong, it didn't feel dangerous. It looks like an innocent kiss. Not literal anyway, but a moment of closeness to what you've sworn never to be close to. Just a small laugh, a quick reply, a little compromise, and a harmless decision. Just one harmless decision. Until you realize that one little kiss led to a covenant that you never intended to make. You see, sin doesn't announce itself with thunder, it whispers. Temptations doesn't show up with chains, it shows up in comforts. And compromise, it always begins with something that looks harmless. Now, Psalms chapter 1 and in verse 1 gives us a very clear picture of this progression. Let's read it. Now it says, Blessed is the man that walk not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sit in the seat of the scornful. Now it talks about walk, stand, and sit. It's a progression, a slow seductive drift. And that's where the innocent kiss happens, in between the walk and the sit. So let's break this down. Number 1, walking. So let's call this a casual curiosity. You weren't planning to change, you were just around them. You didn't agree to everything they did, you just laughed at the jokes. You didn't mean to open the door. You are walking on, but not alone. You've started keeping company. And sometimes what corrupts us doesn't look like a demon in red horns. It looks like a friend, a vibe, a crew, a connection that just fuels the loneliness. You are working with people who don't challenge your conviction. They blur them. They blur your visions. So it's not a fall, not yet, but the path has shifted. Number 2, standing. We'll call it the lingering comfort. Now you are no longer walking, you've stopped. You've stood in the midst of their world. Their language is familiar. Their desires don't shock you anymore. You are not just around them, you've paused your progress to stand with them. This is where it gets so dangerous, because what you stand with, you eventually stand for. And standing there, you are no longer the one influencing, you are being influenced. You've lost your urgency to flee. You now defend what you once preached against. And when someone calls you out, you say, you don't know their heart, I know them. It all started with walking, but now you are planted in compromise. Number 3, we will call it the settled disconnection. Then it happened. You sit. You no longer feel out of place in some of the environment you used to flee from. You found comfort in the counsel of mockers. You've built a home in what's supposed to be a hallway. You've laughed too much. You've excused too much. You've convinced yourself it's not so deep. But it is, because when you sit, you don't just sin, but you settle in it. You adopt a new mindset. You start mocking truth. You roll your eyes at conviction. You were once a burning light, but right now you are just a flicker in a dark room. What got you here? An innocent kiss. Now let me tell you a quick story. There was a guy I once knew, a strong, gifted young man. He was burning for God with fire. He used to pray loud, evangelize boldly. He used to say, I can never fall. Then he met her. He called it friendship. Then it became an emotional support. Then just a hug. Then an innocent kiss. He never imagined it would lead to him walking away from ministry. The devil doesn't need 1,000 open doors. He only needs one, and he prefers it to be painted with innocence. Now let me tell you this truth. Nobody backslides overnight. Nobody loses their fire in a day. It's all in stages. You walk, you stand and you sit. And if you are honest, maybe you are somewhere on that journey right now. You are working with some people who don't sharpen you. You are standing in atmospheres that drains your spiritual energy. Or maybe you've already sat down and you are wondering, can I get back up? Yes, you can, but it starts with the courage to recognize where you are. That innocent kiss, it wasn't innocent, it was a turning point. But today can also be a turning point. One decision to walk away, one step back to truth, and one decision to cry, Lord, help me, and grace will meet you again. Don't be deceived by the slow fade. Don't justify what the Holy Spirit is convicting you about. Don't normalize what God calls compromise. You were never called to walk with the ungodly. You were called to walk in purpose. You were never called to stand with sin. You were called to stand with truth. You were never called to sit with mockers. You were called to sit with Christ in heavenly places. So rise up, walk again, stand in righteousness, and sit where you really belong. The Bible speaking in 1 Corinthians 10 and in verse 12, it said, therefore let he that think he stands take heed lest he falls. Don't wait until the fire dies. Don't wait until you lose everything. Break the agreement now. Let go of the innocent kiss. This was your moment of truth. Please, if this blessed you, share, because someone out there could be at the dangerous doorstep you once stood out. Share it and God bless you. See you again in Moment of Truth. I am Zion Daniel. See ya.